Welcome back. Thanksgiving this week. Now 'tis the season of eating, and with that comes a lot of family dinners and desserts and parties. So Susie Ackman, registered dietitian and founder of Better Beginnings, is here to talk with us this morning about how to keep that holiday sugar sanity, especially when it comes to the kiddos, because it's really hard. If it's there, it's hard to say no if they can see it.
Yes.
And you've got some treats here. I'm surprised by this, how much sugar is in these treats.
Well, yes, let's talk a little bit about that. So first of all, I am talking about added sugar, not sugar that's in fruit or dairy naturally occurring, okay? So we want to make sure we know what our limits are. And for young kids, I work mainly with families of young kids. We're talking about 3 teaspoons. This is not very much sugar. This is their limit for the day. For you and me, Steph, it's 6.
Wow.
So we're really not talking about a lot. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of guess in some of our common holiday treats how much sugar is in there. Do we think it's more or less than what children are allowed to have per day?
All right, I'll try.
How about popcorn? Caramel corn specifically.
Caramel corn, I would guess maybe they could have like a cup of it?
Well, a cup is going to have 5 teaspoons, so that's already, more than their daily max.
Wow.
It's almost our daily max.
Yikes.
These are all, depending on the serving size, these are closer to 3. So, but 2 of these batons, you're about 3 teaspoons, a candy cane, and 4 of these crackers. These are a big weakness of mine. I don't normally have just 4, these sort of peppermint-coated pretzels, which you think would be a healthier treat, but still only 4 is your child's daily.
Don't let the pretzel fool you.
No, don't let the pretzel fool you. So, this is really not a lot of sugar, and a lot of holiday treats are in the house this time of year. So what do we want to do about it? When I work with parents, I tell them they have to kind of walk a fine line. If you have it available all the time, it's not a secret your kids are going to be eating too much of it. But if you completely ban it from the house, it becomes like a forbidden fruit. And when kids are exposed to it, they really binge and overdo it. So we want to kind of go in between these 2 extremes. And it sounds a little bit funny, but you want to work sugar into your regular snack and dessert rotations. And you want to talk about it the same way you talk about fruit or something, less glamorous. It's already glamorous. We don't need to market sugar to our kids. So just, sometimes you have baked apples, sometimes you have fruit salad, and sometimes you have some ice cream. It's just what it is. You're just kind of putting it into a balanced context, teaching kids how to have some sugar but not overdose on it. We also want to model good behavior. If we're eating a ton of sugar, our kids are always watching us. Children that have parents that eat a lot of sugar eat more sugar. And you talked about managing the environment. We don't want to have no sugar in the home because of this forbidden fruit. But if you see a cookie jar on your counter and you open up your fridge and there's that leftover pie and the holiday cookies are all over the place, we have only so much willpower. We can't say no all the time. And the same is true for our kids. We want to hide the temptation a little bit, out of sight, out of mind.
Right, and I like that your rule is including it, just kind of limiting it.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like some parents would tend to just ban it altogether.
I've literally had a parent tell me their child put their face in a birthday cake when they're finally exposed to sugar. So you don't want that kind of situation. Or they're stealing sugary treats from their friends at school. So it's out there. Your kids are going to see it. So teach them how to have some in moderation.
Now, also when it comes to having parties, maybe this time of year, is there a way to try and make it fun without necessarily adding the sugary treats?
Yes. So I think parents have gotten a lot more creative, and I have a couple of ideas here how you can celebrate without sugar. So those are a big hit in my family, these glow sticks. You can have a dark party. Turn off all the lights, put on some music, and you get the glow sticks and everyone's dancing and moving, and it's fun and silly, and it's a great way to do something special that does not involve sugar. These silly hats here, you can wear your favorite hat to dinner. We don't typically wear hats to dinner, but it's kind of a fun, different thing to do to celebrate something. Those little peanut butter and cocoa truffles, I made those with dates, so there are no added sugar. You can make your own holiday treats either with natural sugar or with a lot less sugar than most recipes call for.
And I think a lot of people appreciate that when you're bringing that to a house too, because people want the alternative, even if they are celebrating.
Yeah, we do want to celebrate. We don't want no celebration, but we want to try and keep it in moderation. And we can even celebrate with fruits and vegetables. So these, you can do bigger versions of these at parties, put out platters, or do little art projects with your kids. Because if your kids are more involved, if they're putting these together, they're more likely to try it and they're more likely to eat it.
Susie Ackman, great advice as always. Thank you so much. For more information about this, just head to our website, WTNH.com. Click on the On Air tab and pull it down to the Good Morning Connecticut Weekend section.